Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA Game. It is your boy Cameron Roget coming to you live from the MMA Game studios. And today we got another one. We have UFC 314 taking place in beautiful Miami. Volkanovski against Lopes for the strap. Is that featherweight? Featherweight strap?
It is featherweight.
It's for the featherweight strap of the world. Wow.
Vacated. Featherweight.
Vacant. Now, before we even dive into this episode, you already know I got to introduce you guys to my 10P training partner, my guy, my dude, Ryan Cariss. Yo, Cariss, what's the word?
Yo, El Capitan, Cameron Roget. My dude, my freak, my brother. We are blessed, bro. We get to talk about another UFC 314 pay-per-view. Stoked about it.
Dude.
10th Planet Shadow. Yes, sir.
This one, I think Miami, you are getting a great card.
You're getting a great card. It's
from
one of the better cards of the year so far, I would say.
Yeah. But, you know, as always, before we even dive in on 314, we got to talk about a couple of performances from this past weekend, guys. We had Leron Murphy against Josh Emmett in the main event. And let's just say it was good. It was juicy. And Leron came. He did. He came with everything.
He did.
He deserved it. I know there's a lot of booing. A lot of people didn't like the strategy maybe going into that last fifth round, but my boy got the dub.
Pulled it off.
That's all that matters. As Jameis Winston would say, you got to eat that dub. And he did. It may not have been to your liking, but man, I thought he put on a great performance. What about you?
He did. I thought it could have been sorry, I don't want to go start negative. I want to start positive.
Yeah.
It was a very good performance. I was impressed by Leron Murphy because he was able to withstand Josh Emmett's pressure for that first 2 rounds. I posted on Joe Martinez. He was with his daughter at the fights. He's like, hey, who do you guys got? Yeah. And I said, Emmett's most likely going to take it in round 1 or round 2, but if it doesn't finish it in the first 2 rounds, Leron Murphy's can take it over, which is exactly kind of what he did, right? He kind of just had the volume. He was able to have the pace. He was able to last 5 rounds. I don't know I think that was maybe his first 5-round fight.
Bro, to me, he looked seasoned, man. He looked like...
He did.
I can't wait to see who they give him next.
I know.
Who?
Well, that went from number... he was number 8, right?
Let's put it up.
I think he was number 10, and... Josh Emmett was number 8. So they're literally going to flip on that one. And I thought that Leron Murphy proved himself really well during that fight.
What weight class is that?
That is Leron. That's 145, 155. No, it's 145. Sorry, featherweight. Yeah.
So Josh Emmett is number 8. Leron is 10.
And they're going to flip. Yep.
A couple of guys you could give him, and I think there's only one. I liked his caller. Brian Ortega would not be bad. I'm also looking at Arnold Allen, but I think as a fellow Englishman, you probably want to stay away from him. If you want to go a little bit higher up, I know he has a fight coming up, but Yair could be another one.
True.
If you want to really test him.
He's got a dance partner.
And then because there is no champion in this class, if somebody wants to come back down to the name of Max Holloway, I'll be okay for that too.
Well, Moves are. I don't know what's happening with him. He's been talked about potentially maybe getting another title fight, but I haven't heard him in the talks lately. That actually might be a good one.
I mean, he's 19-0. Why not 2 undefeated fighters going against each other, right?
Yeah, right.
16-0-1 against 19-0.
Maybe that's a number 1 contender fight too, right? Just throw something out there just to be able to have it. Because who else within this lineup that's going to make the next number 1 contender fight? I know you're circling it.
Aljo would be nice, but I think Aljo probably will not do that fight
against Leron.
No, I don't think so.
No, he's going to want to go higher within it, and I mean. He's paid his dues. As much as I'm not a huge fan of Aljo, he's paid his dues. Give him the chance to fight up and go for a title. Whatever.
Yeah, man. But, dude, that was a really good fight. I really enjoyed that. And, you know, another fight that I actually really enjoyed was Ode Osborne against Luis Gurel.
Yes, Ode.
Man,
yes,
dude,
Ode.
Fucking Ode, bro. Ode, this is probably the best I've ever seen you fucking fight.
You look good at the sphere. You look really good at the sphere. But
and I went against him on the sphere.
This looked really clean,
so
bro.
Good. Yeah. So good, man.
And he had some stank on the end of those punches, dude. At the end of those strikes, he was just hitting you and you could crack and you could tell that it was putting some wear and tear on him. So that's why he's able to win.
Yeah, man.
And he finished on this one. He didn't finish during the sphere because he thought he had him out. And then he just woke. Actually, sorry. My bad. On the sphere, he hit him a second time and woke him up. This time he waited and then was just like, oh, okay, now you're not out. Yeah, let me hit you again. And then
crack
that was
that
it.
ass.
Well done, Ode. Good job, brother.
That was a big win.
Proud for you,
big
bro.
fucking win.
Yes.
Anything else on that card?
Not that I remember.
No. Okay. No. Yeah, it was hard for me because I was working. I only watched the some fights. I didn't watch all the fights. But this weekend coming up, I'm watching every single one.
Actually, I was gonna throw a small little complaint out there. Remember how I said I didn't want to start negative and I wanted to start positive?
Let's hear it.
The negativity on this one is there's no crowd. Cam and I love going to the Apex. It's a wonderful experience. I wish everybody could have the chance to be able to experience that because it's an amazing experience to be there. But as far as watching from outside and watching it and being like through the TV, not so much. Like the fighters want the fans, and you can tell that during this fight that they didn't amp it up a little bit more. I felt that it could have been a better fight based on the crowd cheering and going through it. So therefore they would just amp up their level and just try to fight a little bit harder. But it seemed like a little bit dull throughout the entire thing. And like that kind of bothered me to where I'm like, I'm so glad that they're going to be starting to have more fights outside. I text Joe Martinez, said, hey, Joe, I know there's a fight May 17th coming up. Are you going to be working it? If so, Cam and I would like to be able to request some tickets to go to the UFC Apex and go to it. He writes back, unfortunately, the UFC has changed their policy on the way they're going to be doing things. He was only given one ticket to some of these fights. That's why his daughter was at this last fight because he only had one ticket. Dang. They requested 3 tickets for the other one. They only got one, so he's able to take his wife. So he's like, I can't promise you anything. I'll put a request, but most likely it's not going to be happening. What they're doing is they're actually doing construction right now on the Apex. And starting January of 2026, they're going to have fans of 1,000 to 1,200 fans at the UFC Apex.
That's cool.
So it's actually a good thing that this is happening because we've been saying it for a while, being like, dude, you have enough space.
Get more people in there.
And you need that because they need that crowd. They need that.
Get it loud and crazy in there. Free drinks too if you can.
Yeah. we love it. It's awesome. It's awesome. But just so everyone has a good outlook for next year, we have a chance of the Apex getting better for us and having a crowd. So. Money.
Love it. So are we ready to dive in? 314. Here we go, Miami. Andale. Here we go. All right. UFC 314. As you guys know, we're going to walk you through the early prelims and the prelims. We will then be picking out of a hat. You get a pick. I get a pick. Cariss gets a pick. I always win. So with that being said,
do I need to go back in the stats? I can.
We are going to announce these fights. On the early prelims, guys, in the women's bantamweight division, we have Nora Cornell, Cornell, I think, against Haley Cohen.
Sorry, Nora.
After that, in the men's middleweight division, we got my guy, Tresean Gore, against Marco Tulio.
Hey.
Guys, this is actually going to be my pick on the early prelims fight of the night. I of course, you guys know I love me some Tresean Gore, and this fight is actually going to be a tough one.
Tulio's good.
Tulio is really fucking good. Yeah. So I'm nervous for Tresean, but I still think he's going to get it off. They are both coming off a win. Actually, Tulio annihilated my guy Ihor Pretoria. He's the one that
kicked him out of the UFC.
Got him out, and then Tresean won by submission, if you guys remember, against Tricoli. So that should be a fucking good one.
Can't wait.
After that, in the men's flyweight division, we have Sumuro Adaji against Mitch Raposo. And then in the main event, guys, on the early prelims, we have Cedricus Dumas against Michael Olejniczak in the middleweight division. Men's middleweight division.
That's going to be a good one too. So those two fights, Tresean Gore and then the Dumas. Yeah. Sorry, it's funny. Those of you who know it's from the movie.
This guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be a fucking good early prelim start. Like that's a great way to start off because then now we get rolling into the prelims. And as we get rolling into the prelims, the first fight on that card is going to be in the men's featherweight division. Darren Elkins against Julian Erosa.
Yeah, Darren Elkins goes after it, guys. This is going to be a good one.
And then we got in the men's lightweight division, Chase Hooper against Jim Miller.
A10.
Motherfucking Miller.
That's going to be hard. I don't know who I'm pulling on that one because I like Hoop. I like Chase Hooper, bro.
If it goes to the ground, you know who you got to pick.
Actually, that's a tough one. You're going Jim Miller, aren't you? It's going
going Hoop? I think Hoop gets it done. I think Hoop.
I'm not surprised.
Hoop,
I'm
there it is. Hoop, there it is. Hoop,
we like Chase Hoop.
That should be a good little chant from a boy.
I don't even know if he has a nickname. That'd be a good one, though. What up, Hoop?
Hoop, there it is. Hoop, there it is. All right, moving on in the women's strawweight division. We got Yao Shannon against Vienna Jandiroba.
Yan Shannon. Yeah. Dark horse.
And that's the co-main on the prelims, guys.
Johnny Roba.
Co-main.
Johnny Roba. Don't go to the ground with that chick.
Yeah,
do not go down.
Be very careful. Be very careful. But guys, listen, this main event though, this main event in the prelims is
this
you
one
need
right
to get
here?
your ass in the seat on this one and watch it, because in the men's featherweight division we have no other than Sean Woodson against 50 motherfucking KEK.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow. That should be on the main card. It should be on the main card.
I don't know how it is not on the main card.
Yeah, because we're gonna say the first fight on the main card, and you'll be like, yes, just flip those. Just flip them.
This fight, this is gonna be my
right
pick
here
for fight of the night on the prelims.
Yes.
It's gonna be Ige against Woodson, because I can't see them going to the ground.
Why would they?
Can't see them being up on a cage. I just see them standing in the middle of the octagon where that Monsters logo is and fucking throw in them haymakers.
Yes,
that's what I see. Sean Woodson gets it done.
Woo! Decision, or you finish? Danny gets hard to finish. He's got a chin.
By decision.
Ah, okay. Smart guy right here.
Come on.
Smart guy.
Come on.
Seasoned. I'm going Woodson too. I told you this was my guy. That's the dark horse. That's like, pay attention to this guy.
Ige's got them heavy hands, and one shot could just.
And he's got a chin on him too. He's got a chin on him.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But now this is the. Oh no! Actually, before we even get into the main card, we got to pick. We got to. Who's picking for the fans?
This is me.
Right.
Last week you got picks. This week I get picks.
Who you got? Hercules.
Oh, the fans got Mudarji. Is that an early prelims?
Sumadaraji.
Yes.
You're right. You guys got Sumadaraji. He is a little bit of info. He lost his last fight, guys, by unanimous decision. He's 29 years old. And with a 16-7-0 record. So hopefully he gets it done. He'll be fighting against Mitch Raposo. Mitch comes in with a 9-2-0 record, and he's actually coming off a loss as well by split decision.
I want Woodson.
Who does Cariss have?
Oh, take this one. Yan Shannon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yan Shannon coming in with a 19-4 record. She is actually coming off a win against Tabitha Ritchie by unanimous decision, 35 years old.
You were going for Ritchie on that last one.
Jandy Robat is her opponent, 21-3 on a 4-fight winning streak. And her last one was a win. It's via submission against Amanda Lambert.
I said this earlier that Yan Shannon would be the title holder if the title holder right now wouldn't be there. All right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I 100% agree. And you know what else I agree with?
You got Woodson?
This pick.
You get Woodson?
Right here. I did not.
Oh,
I got somebody I did not want. I got somebody I definitely did not want. But it's okay because he could get the job done. I got Jim motherfucking Miller, baby. Miller? I got Miller. Miller is coming in with a 38-18 record.
Jesus.
He won his last fight against Damon Jackson, 41 years old. He's going against Chase Hooper, who's unfortunately on a 4-fight winning streak, 15-3-1. He won his last fight via submission against Clay Guida, 25 years old. Big fucking age gap there.
If you didn't pick A10 on this one, who would you choose within this fight? Hoop?
Yeah, I'm going Hoop.
Okay.
Hoop. Hoop.
There it is.
There it is. Hoop. There it is.
Hey, baby, Hoop. Yeah, buddy.
And now time to dive into this main card. Guys, this main card starts off with the big boys in the men's heavyweight division, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
We have Nikita Krylov against Dominic Reyes.
Wow.
Oh,
wow. Yeah. Wow. In the light heavyweight division of 205 pounds from Russia. The number 8th ranked light heavyweight in the world, Nikita, the minor Krylov, is the favorite in this fight. Yeah, -205. Yeah, he's 33 years old, stands at 6'3", and his fighting style is karate. He does have 39 professional fights where he's got 30 victories, 9 defeats, 12 wins by KO, 16 wins by submission, meaning Dom, do not let this go to the ground. Keep this on your feet. He's got 18 UFC fights, 11 victories, and 7 defeats. He's currently on a 3-fight win streak. That scares me a little bit too, knowing that he's coming into this one. Coming off his submission victory over Ryan Spann back in March of 2023, which he's had some time off, so he might have a little bit of ring rust, which is good for Dom because he's on a tear right now. Because from USA, the number 11th ranked light heavyweight in the world, Dominic, the Devastator Reyes, is the underdog in this fight at +170. Sorry, brother. Sorry. He is 35 years old, stands at 6'4", and his fighting style is a kickboxer. He's got 18 professional fights, 14 victories and 4 defeats, 9 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission. He's got 12 UFC fights, 8 victories and 4 defeats. This is a sad stat right here. 4 defeats in a row. 4 defeats in a row, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to say that one because his first loss was against John Jones, which he lost, and we all thought that he won that fight during that one. A lot of people were telling him that. I told him that. The next fight was against Jan Blachowicz. The fight after that was against Yair, and the fight after that was against Ryan Spann, and all 3 of those fights knocked out. Yeah. So for him to come back and be on a 2-fight win streak, coming off a TKO victory over Anthony Lionheart Smith. I got to be honest, bro. I'm going with my heart. Don't care. Go with my heart on this one. I'm going with Dominic the Devastator Reyes.
Well, that's good you went with your heart because I went with my heart too. And Dominic Reyes is getting it fucking done.
Good.
I hope he gets it done. I'm a big fan of Dominic Reyes. I still believe he's the only guy to have beaten John Jones beside maybe Alexander Gustafsson. Yeah,
close on the first one. But
unfortunately, the judges didn't think that way. But I will back him, and I do want him to make this a 3-fight winning streak.
Yes.
Next, in the men's featherweight division, we have the newcomer, Patricio Pitbull Ferreira against Yair Rodriguez. Guys, I'm telling you my pick now.
That's why I waited. Thank you.
I'm telling you my pick
That's
now.
Exactly why I waited.
And you already know I love me some UFC. I do like some guys who are outside the company, but for this fight right now, Yair Rodriguez is going to get it done. Watch the sweetest chin music. If you know who I'm talking about, you know about Shawn Michaels back in the WWF. It's going to be something like that. I feel like he's going to kick him in his fucking chin and knock him the fuck out.
Ooh. Yair Rodriguez
it's going to be a welcome to the UFC moment.
It's going to be welcome and good luck on your next couple fights because you're going to be done. Yair Rodriguez has one of the greatest knockouts in UFC history. Go look it up if you haven't seen it. It's the 5th round at 4:59 against the Korean Zombie. The up elbow nasty, to finish Korean Zombie when Korean Zombie was already winning that fight and didn't even have to go after him and finished him in the last second. Go look it up. It's actually very, very entertaining.
Nasty.
It's nasty. Yeah, it's nasty. Because in the featherweight division of 145 pounds, we're going to go with the challenger from Brazil. Patricio Pitbull is the underdog in this fight at +160. He is 37 years old. Yeah, stands at 5'6", and his fighting style is MMA. He's got 43 professional fights, 36 victories and 7 defeats. He's currently on his UFC debut. His last fight was in March of 2024 in Bellator. It was a TKO victory for him. From Mexico, the number 5 ranked featherweight in the world, Yair El Pantera Rodriguez is the favorite in this fight at -192. He's 32 years old, stands at 5'11". His fighting style is freestyle. He's got 21 professional fights, 16 victories and 5 defeats, 6 wins by KO, 4 wins by submission. He's coming off of Tough Latin, where he was the winner of Tough Latin. He's got 15 UFC fights, 10 victories, 4 defeats, 1 no contest. Currently coming off a submission defeat to Brian T-City Ortega back in February of 2024.
T-City, baby.
Yes. Some honorable mentions for Yair Rodriguez is because, actually, one honorable mention is, I forgot about this. Did you know he fought BJ Penn? TKO victory back in 2017. Nope. Totally forgot about that fight. Totally forgot about it. And then looked it up and I was like, oh, shit, yeah. And I didn't know that BJ Penn was still fighting until 2019.
Did not know that.
I didn't know that either because I thought Pantera was the last fight. I was like, wait, was that your last fight? And I looked, there was a couple more after. I'm like, oh.
Really?
Okay, yeah. Interesting.
BJ.
El Pantera is going to win this fight, and Patricio is not going to look like he belongs in the UFC because he's a Bellator fighter. Should have come early in your career. Yeah. Not when you're 37.
I feel like if you would have came earlier, it would have been some real juiciness.
Yes.
Real juiciness.
It would have. He would have been a crowd pleaser too, right?
100%,
one of those, like
100%. But also, guys, in the men's featherweight division, the next fight is probably one of the juicy ones on here with a lot of bad blood. Ooh. We have Bryce Mitchell against Gene Silva.
Hey. In the featherweight division of 145 pounds from USA, UFC's number 13th ranked featherweight in the world, Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell is the underdog in this fight. Yeah, +270. I know. He's 30 years old, stands at 5'10", and his fighting style is MMA. He's got 20 professional fights, 17 victories and 3 defeats, 9 wins by submission. Coming off of Tough 27, where he's got 10 UFC fights, 8 victories and 2 defeats. Coming off a KO victory over Kron Gracie back in December of 2024. Here's a lob up for you. You better knock this one out of the park. That's how he beat Kron Gracie. Otherwise, he would have lost. Yeah, here's a lob. Good luck. Hit it good. From Brazil. Yeah, he's not even ranked. Gene Lord Silva is the favorite in this fight at -340. He is 28 years old, stands at 5'7", and his fighting style is a striker. He's got 17 professional fights, 15 victories and 2 defeats, 12 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission, coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 7, where he's got 4 UFC fights. Yeah, he's currently undefeated in the UFC with 4 victories, coming off a TKO victory till Melzik Bagdasaryan back in February of 2025. They're trying to say that this is Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell versus the Lord.
Who you got?
I got the Lord on this one.
I'm definitely going Gene Silva. Mm-hmm. I think he gets it done nasty.
Very bad. Yeah. This might be the downfall of Thug Nasty, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. We liked.
I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. But I think Silva's just too much. He's gonna be too much for him, bro.
Dude, he fights at 145 and 155, and he's dropping down to 145. He's gonna smash you, bro. He's gonna smash you.
Unless Bryce is able to take it down to the ground, but I mean, we'll see. We shall see. But you know,
sorry, I got a good question on that. Sorry. Before you, if you would put Ilia Topuria versus Gene Silva right now, would that be a better fight than Thug Nasty versus this?
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you. And Ilia destroyed Thug Nasty. That's how I see this is gonna be. To me, that's a good representation.
It was bad. I forgot about that one too. That was bad. He's had some bad fucking defeats, bro. Josh Emmett was probably the worst one.
That's why he got a lob for Kron Gracie. You got your ass knocked out bad. Here's a lob.
Worst one.
And now you're gonna lose.
But these next two fights, and Cariss, I'm really excited to hear who you pick
on this next one.
On these next two fights.
I thought you were going first on this one.
But the co-main event in Miami, guys, the co-main event in the men's lightweight division, we have Michael Chandler against Paddy Pimblett.
Who's the favorite?
The favorite has to be Paddy Pimblett.
Okay. Are you picking right now? Or are you making me go first?
I'm making you go first. I want to hear your pick.
In the lightweight division of 155 pounds from USA, UFC's number 7th ranked lightweight in the world, Iron Michael Chandler is the underdog in this fight at +130. Yeah, he's 38 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is a wrestler. He's got 32 professional fights, 23 victories, 9 defeats, 11 wins by KO, 7 wins by submission. He's got 6 UFC fights, 2 victories, and 4 defeats. Coming off a decision defeat to the Bronx Oliveira back in November of 2024. But I got to give a couple honorable mentions just because of his resume that he's done. He started off with Dan Hooker. We love some Dan Hooker up in here. Love Dan Hooker. Then he went to Justin Gaethje. Mm-hmm. Then he went to Tony Ferguson. Mm-hmm. Then he went to Dustin Poirier. Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. The elite of the elite within the division. I'm not mad at your record on that one because you are one of the most entertaining guys within the UFC. Yeah. He lost his last fight against Charles Oliveira, and people were posting shit about his last slams during it. You saw Izzy going nuts during it. You saw all the community.
My dude said,
fighters.
Fuck.
Yeah, people love some Michael Chandler around here. I'm a Michael Chandler fan. Sorry, I am. Ready? Yeah. From England, UFC's number 12 ranked lightweight in the world. Paddy the Paddy Pimblett is the favorite in this fight at -155. He is 30 years old, stands at 5'10", and his fighting style is MMA. He does have 25 professional fights, 22 victories, 3 defeats, 6 wins by KO, 10 wins by submission. Currently on an 8-fight win streak. Yeah, he's got 6 UFC fights, so currently undefeated within the UFC. Coming off of a submission victory to King Green back in July of 2024.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about Paddy is he's a fucking Liverpool fan. I mean, he is a Scouser, but fuck. Can't stand him.
As much as the favorite in this fight is at -155. The -155 guy likes to keep his chin up in that air a lot. He's just waiting for somebody to crack that.
What's your thoughts on this fight?
Michael Chandler's going to catch him with that chin up in the air and take him out. TKO.
You know, we said the same thing, though, with Bobby Green. And it made me think. I had to go back and rewatch the fight. Do you not think Paddy's gotten better in that area?
He has gotten better in the hands area.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
If it goes to the ground,
my scared part is that what you just said right there. My scared part is that because Paddy is so quick at getting his stuff.
Yeah.
He's such a good jiu-jitsu practitioner that you're like, you have a very good chance of winning this fight. And I think that's why he's the favorite.
Yeah.
I think that's why he is the favorite within this fight, because when it comes to hands, Michael Chandler should win this fight. Like, Paddy doesn't have the hands. If he touches him, right? That's why I see Michael Chandler winning this fight.
I don't know what game plan Chandler could do, and he forgets game plans when he gets in there too.
Yeah,
right? He just likes to fucking brawl.
Yeah.
So,
but that might be his help within this fight because it's against somebody who's not as.
But I can see Paddy shooting. Like once he starts swinging, shoot.
He's shooting.
Trip, take him down.
He is shooting for sure.
Because I have Paddy the Baddy winning this fight. I have Paddy winning.
Had a feeling.
And there's I've said this maybe off air to you. I think there's a fight that's available for Paddy if this guy does decide to come back to the UFC. And I think what better way to do that call out by beating the guy who was supposed to fight him. I think if you're Paddy, you call out fucking Conor McGregor. You call him out. You say, Conor, listen.
We'll make the biggest fight.
Let's fucking do it, and let's do it in the UK
with our crowd following.
Let's do it in the UK.
Yeah.
You against me, English against Ireland. Oh my God! Can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm. I see.
Can you imagine how wild that fight would be? The build up to that fucking fight.
I don't know if Conor will actually make it.
I don't know either. Like I don't know where Conor's at in his head, and obviously we stopped really talking and following Conor a lot. But I think that's one fight I'd be very interested in is Conor McGregor against Paddy Pimblett.
That'd be fun to watch.
And that doesn't even have to be for a belt. That could still be a main event. Like that's a main event right there.
That's a fight night.
And for the UFC, you look at it as, okay, we're throwing Conor here a bone. If he does well, great. We can maybe give him another one. If he doesn't do well, we just boosted up Paddy 10 fucking state. Like
True.
Tenfold.
True on that one.
Tenfold.
True on that one. Because if Michael Chandler's going to win, he's going to call out.
Yeah, he's calling out Conor.
For sure.
If either way, these guys, both of them, call out Conor. Call him out. Call him out. And who knows? Who knows where he's at? I don't know.
If they don't call out Conor, who's potentially next?
Well,
within this, right? So, like let's see where they go after this, because this for Paddy right here, this is a chance for him to get within the rankings and actually mean something. You know what I mean? To where it's like, okay, no, you're actually a player within the game now.
So Chandler is ranked 7. Paddy is ranked 12. If you do a little flip-floppy.
If you do a flip-flop, then you got Matus Gamrot right there.
Moicano.
True.
Moicano against Pimblett.
Actually, either one of those.
But
because they're both coming off wins.
So but that's why I wouldn't want that. I would not want that.
Actually, is Moicano coming off a loss?
Yeah.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, but it was that bullshit.
Yeah, but it was
thing.
it was the main. It was the one day change.
There's one guy here that I see that he needs a fight, and he needs to fight ASAP because it's been too long since I've seen this guy fight. I know he's coming back off of an injury. He had surgery. That's why he had to pull up his arm. Dan motherfucking Hooker needs to fight. Like Dan should be another guy.
Do you know what the last post that I saw on him?
Dan should be the fucking other guy.
It's potentially a career-ending surgery. That was the last thing I saw on Dan Hooker. I'm surprised I didn't send you that. Yeah. Because the scar was from this knuckle all the way down to his wrist. Like they cut this whole thing open. It was like a baseball like seamed together. And I was like, dude, that is gnarly. And he was sitting there holding with his daughter being like, potentially career-ending surgery.
Fuck.
Potentially. So I'm just throwing that out there so we got to pay attention a little bit. So he might not be back for a while. That was a gnarly break that he had that they kind of just laid on the
That just ruined my whole fucking day.
Sorry.
You should have said that off air. Fuck, bro.
Right before we get to the main event, like all of a sudden,
damn, dude.
Yeah, I was sad to see. Maybe that's why I didn't send it to you because it's more of like.
I wouldn't mind seeing Paddy against fucking Dan though. Imagine that. Like Dan's gonna talk shit. Dan's gonna do his thing, but Dan's a scrapper, a true scrapper. And then you get Paddy who does leave his chin up there, but his ground game's really good. So Dan has to be aware of that. Oh man, that sucks. That fucking sucks.
Sorry.
All good. It's all good. It's part of the fight game. So it's part of the game. But now moving into that main event of the evening. The reason why we're tuning in, guys, it is for a strap. The featherweight I keep saying light because I keep reminding, like, since he went up in weight, and I hate the guy that's the current champion at fucking lightweight. But anyways, featherweight strap of the world. We have both challengers. Alexander Volkanovski against Diego Lopes.
Who's the favorite?
Diego Lopes, 100%. You can't. Yeah, there's no way Volk is. No way Volk. No way.
You picking or are you waiting for me to do the stats? Me pick first?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You do the honors.
All right. You want Volk first? You want Lopes first?
I want Volky.
All right. All right. In the featherweight division, we're going to have a title fight at 145 pounds for the strap. Yes, we love these. From Australia, UFC's #1 ranked featherweight in the world. Alexander the Great Volkanovski is the favorite in this fight at -148.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that. He is 36 years old. Stands at 5'6", and his fighting style is freestyle. He has 30 professional fights, 26 victories and 4 defeats, 13 wins by KO, 3 wins by submission, 16 UFC fights, 13 victories, 3 defeats. Started his UFC career on a 12-fight win streak. Yeah, I got to throw that out there. His first loss was to Islam at 155 pounds for the title fight, which we just talked about. Currently on a 2-fight losing streak where both were by KOs. Coming off of
was there.
Yes. Coming off of a KO loss to Ilia Topuria, losing his UFC featherweight belt back in February of 2024.
I was there.
Yes, you were. Mm-hmm. From Brazil, UFC's #3 ranked featherweight in the world, Diego Lopes is the underdog in this fight at +124.
Damn, bro.
Random. Yeah. 30 years old. Stands at 5'11". His fighting style is jiu-jitsu. He's got 32 professional fights, 26 victories, 6 defeats, 10 wins by KO, 12 wins by submission. Coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 5, where he's got 6 UFC fights, 5 victories, 1 defeat. Currently on a 5-fight win streak. Yes, sir. Coming off a decision victory to Brian T. City Ortega back in September of 2024. Diego Lopes is going to win this fight, ladies and gentlemen, even though he is the underdog in this fight. The only way that Volkanovski is going to win this fight is he fought the same exact way that he fought Max Holloway in his first fight, which is to point him the entire time, not try to take him out, and win it that way, because Diego Lopes is going to try to choke your head off, or he's going to be kicking your head off, one of the two.
Well, since I saw Volk get knocked out, I just don't see how a man can recover from that.
Twice in a row.
Like that, the Topuria one was nasty, and for those I think that were in attendance, I was able to see it.
He was out for a while too, wasn't
he? He was out, bro. He was out, and it was bad. It was real bad. There's to see a guy who's as talented as this guy get knocked out.
Yes,
I still think to this day he should have never took that fight against Islam.
No,
stepping in to help.
No.
Now, Diego, I think Diego, it's the changing of the guards, and I feel like the co-main and the main, they're trying to see if these young guys are able to now take over. Mm-hmm. Right? You have a young Paddy Pimblett against an aging Michael Chandler.
Yep.
I think even in that fight, you kind of say, okay, this guy has all this experience. Same cases here. You have an ex-champion with a bunch of experience, this new upcoming guy who has a bunch of momentum, who is going to win. Well, I'm going with Diego. I think Diego has a little bit more in the tank. And again,
he's going with the underdog.
Like I saw with Volk, man, in that fight, if he's not able to control the distance, control the tempo of the fight timing, right away, it's going to be a problem. And that's what happened with Topuria. Topuria was able to impose his will a lot quicker, a lot faster, and put Volk in a dangerous spot and was able to tee off. And I think you're going to be able to see the same thing from Diego. And if I'm Diego, I look at that film and I say, okay, how can I get Volk closer to the cage? What do I have to do? Because now once I get him there, now it's just I have to make sure his exit, wherever he exits, my hand is going in that direction.
Or my foot's going that way.
I'm meeting him there and catching him and testing him early. And I mean, unfortunately, it sucks because I hate saying that about Volk. I think Volk is a great dude.
We like Volk.
Great dad. Great fighter. He's great at everything.
Respectful.
Alexander the fucking Great.
He's great.
Fucking name.
Look at his shorts.
But I think Diego just has a little bit more.
I think so. He's a little too quick, a little too fast, got too much pace on him right now that I think he's just going to overtake the fight.
But if
Volkanovski plays smart,
If it goes 5 rounds, Volk will be your champion. If it ends early, Diego will be your champion. That's how I see it.
I see it going 5 rounds either way.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't see Volkanovski finishing. Let's start there.
I don't see him finishing. I don't see him finishing. Get put out.
I can see him getting put out.
Yeah.
I can see Diego put him out. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I think Volkanovski could be smart enough to stay away from Diego. But he's been coming in these last 2 fights. I know. These last 2 fights, the 2 fights previous, knocked out. So he's coming in a little timid. Right? He came in Ilia Topuria's fight a little timid because he just got knocked out for the first time from Islam. And now he's coming a little bit sketchy, trying to jump in and jump out. So I think he's going to do the same thing on this one.
I know. I can't wait.
And I like Volk. I can't wait. I really like Volk.
Yeah, Volk's a good dude.
I do. Even though he took out my max, like, come on, bro. I still like the guy because he's a professional. He's great.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, so guys, that's all the fights. But Cariss, I know you want to mention something about, was it Embedded starts today?
UFC Embedded. Everyone's got to watch that. And then I got a couple questions for you. Just hit me. For some random stuff. Oh, we had a fight announced. A fight changed.
Oh yeah, my boy. You want to say it?
Ian Ferry.
Hey, this guy. The disrespect.
Versus Carlos Prates.
The disrespect you putting on Gary. I'm backing Gary in that fight. I'm backing fucking Gary in that fight. I'm backing Gary.
Okay.
I can't, bro.
They're already talking about this fight. They already are.
Kansas City, you got a good one. Kansas City, you got a good one. Because I think
the cringe has been talking about this fight already.
I think my boy Gary's about to disappoint a lot of you motherfuckers.
Do you know what they're saying about Prates?
What?
Dude smokes. So they're like, his gas tank is not going to be there against a guy like Ian Ferry because it's like, wait, like.
Oh, yeah, he smokes cigarettes.
He smokes cigarettes. Yeah. And he's smoking a pack to 2 packs a day on some days. And it's like, wait, bro, like, yeah, because they were talking about it. So they were showing that. And I was like, wow, I didn't know you were like that extreme. I didn't know you were like actual cigarette smoker. Like, I thought you just had one randomly because it tasted good or whatever. Oh. No. So that's going to be a problem with that one. What do you think of this potentially happening? Leon Edwards just lost his fight.
Yeah.
3-piece and a soda. Do you think they should run that?
I mean, what else is there for Leon to do? Right. I think we've is another title challenge in his hopes. Nope, I don't think so. Not
anytime soon. Right. He's gonna have to build back up 2 or 3 fights for that.
I think is BMF even a talk for him?
Nope. So I think it's he's a 170. Fights. It's a 155.
Now, if he goes into this Masvidal fight and he beats Masvidal, now I think he could throw his name in the hat for the BMF. Why not? That's something for you to go after.
Why not?
And who wouldn't want to see? Who is it? Who's the BMF
right now?
Yeah,
Max. Come on.
Who wouldn't want to see?
That's a dumb question.
Who wouldn't want to see Max? Who wouldn't want to see Max against Leon? I think that'd be pretty cool. And Max could put on some weight.
Could. Right? Didn't have to cut. He says he wants to fight anybody. He'll fight DC. Doesn't give a shit.
So I think that could be, and that's a stand-up fight.
Yeah.
That's a stand-up fight. So that'd be good. And you could label it almost as the best kickboxer, one of the best kickboxers against the best boxer in the UFC.
I like it for the simple fact that I think it's going to be a big draw for the fans.
Yeah,
right?
Well, depending too where you do it.
Big draw
where you do it.
Just do it in Vegas. Just do it in Vegas. T-Mobile. Have it be neutral ground. It can't be in Miami.
Ooh.
Can't be there. Where do you think?
UK.
Yeah, but that's Leon's area. That's why I say it has got to be neutral.
Yeah, but look at what happened with Leon's main event last time. Everybody fucking walked out. So it don't matter.
Well, was it 3 in the morning?
Doesn't matter. No, this last fight.
It was, huh?
Yeah.
It was during the day.
It was during the day. It didn't matter.
Okay.
And I think, didn't the issue started in England? The 3-piece and the soda started? So finish it where it started.
That's a good point.
Finish it where it fucking started.
We got a fight announcement.
Oh, that's the only question you had for me?
The second, some more. I got more. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm saying, but this is my questions for it.
All right.
We had the fight number 2. O'Malley versus Marab.
Oh, yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Oh, yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Shocked. I was actually shocked that they did O'Malley.
Why?
I just thought I didn't. Oh.
I know why. I have one reason.
I didn't think O'Malley deserved that quick of a. Like, I wanted one more fight for O'Malley. I wanted one more fight with O'Malley to go against somebody who has a little bit more of a wrestling base, just to see how he is. Like, I was more looking forward to see Corey Sandhagen get a title shot.
Yes.
And O'Malley fighting.
I wanted Sean O'Malley and Corey. I wanted that fight.
Oh,
Number 1 contender.
Nah. So I wanted what's his face? We just said his name. The guy you just mentioned it.
Right
oh
now?
my gosh,
Marab?
no! Oh my goodness, Sandhagen.
Oh, sorry.
I wanted Sandhagen to fight for the strap against Marab, and then I wanted O'Malley to fight Umar. Ooh. Just because now we can see if he's actually improved your game. But from hearing things from different people online, it seems like O'Malley has really
changed his life.
Changed some things.
He's changed his life.
And so I'm interested. I'm more invested now because now hearing that and hearing about some of his maneuvering, right? I think we may see a different O'Malley.
We are going to have a different Sean. He stopped doing social media.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped smoking weed.
Mm-hmm.
He smoked weed every day, like multiple times throughout the day. So just those two factors alone. He's eating better, he said.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually eating good stuff, so he's on a better diet. Just his mentality, I think, is it's just going to go up.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid for Marab on this one.
Well,
and
I mean,
he needs to start. He just needs to wrestle for like an entire year. That's all he should have been doing.
The tables have turned now, though, because if you think about it, that first fight, right, the pressure was on O'Malley.
Also,
there was no pressure on Marab.
No, Sean was also injured during that fight. Did you hear that?
Yeah, but they always walk in with injuries. So to me, I don't pay no fucking mind to that.
He said he had that torn,
but
whatever it was. Yeah, but he said he did 10 weeks before that fight, so he was off. I know. Excuses, reasons, whatever you want to call it.
I think that the first fight, a lot of pressure on O'Malley to perform, knowing it's in the spear. It's a big fucking card in the spear, huge. Right? But now the pressure's on Marab because we've seen what Marab could do, right? We saw the performance against Umar, shocked the fucking world he did. Now he's a champion. So I think now the tables have turned where he's going to have to deal with this pressure. And O'Malley's coming in like, I've changed this. I'm good. It's behind me. Let's go. Let's fucking go. So I'm excited for it. I am actually really excited for that fight.
Last one.
Okay.
So they've been talking about Ilya for a while and who he should fight coming up, right? There's been a bunch of talks within the community of who he should and why he should fight Islam or why he shouldn't fight Islam and he should have another fight against somebody else. And I've been thinking this for weeks, but I didn't want to say it because I felt that I was one of the ones that was on the outside and the only one thinking about this because I think I mentioned it to you. But I actually watched the other day that Mighty Mouse had the same exact thoughts that I did. And I was like, ooh, okay. So I got to bring that up because we beyond respect Mighty Mouse in here, especially his post-fight talks about the fight, how he breaks it down and how he does all this type of stuff. And on this one, he had the same exact thoughts that I did. So I feel that Ilia Topuria should have one fight before he fights Islam to be able to prove himself. Islam said that himself. He said, I feel you should fight one person to get within the division and then move up. And the one person that Mighty Mouse and I thought that should be is Arman Tsarukyan. Arman Tsarukyan had a title fight that got taken away from him, and now they're not giving him another title fight. They're making him go through somebody else to be able to get another title fight. So that's why Mighty Mouse is talking about Ilya, because Ilya shouldn't get a title fight immediately. He should fight potentially somebody else within the division and then go in, which is, I think it's Arman because he's the number one contender. And that would actually make sense. If Arman's good enough to fight again for the title, then he'll beat Ilya. If Ilya's good enough to fight for the title, then he'll be able to beat him and then be able to fight for the Islam title.
Okay. I mean, I understand all of it. But Arman's chance was not taken away. He couldn't perform.
Did he pull out of that one because he got injured? He
couldn't perform.
True.
It was his issues that made him pull out and then change the fucking card.
True.
So it's not now when it comes to Islam. We talk about Islam too. He's talking about moving up in weight, but he's getting a straight title shot.
That's May 10th. Once that fight finishes, then they're going to talk about if Duplessis loses, then that means not Duplessis. Sorry, if Bilal loses, then that means he's going to step up to the 170 and fight Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah.
So, which means he'd vacate the 155, which means Ilia Topuria would potentially step in and fight somebody else at the 155.
Right, and it'll be for a vacant strap.
Correct.
But I think like this whole thing. First off, Ilia should have stayed at the featherweight.
Yes.
I don't know why he moved up. I get he wants to do legacy and all that. I still think he had a couple more fights at featherweight that I would have loved to see before him moving up. Now he's moved up. It is what it is. He's moving. Do I think he deserves a title shot? Fuck yes, I do.
Okay.
I fucking do. I think he's a champion. I think champions deserve to call out other champions. And if you call out another champion, just like another guy calls you out, there's a chance for you guys to scrap. Now, the issue is that we're seeing that nobody's talking about is we have 2 training partners that are fucking champions too. And they're not going to fight each other.
No, they're not.
Bilal and Islam are not going to fight each other. So we could be talking about this and never see it happen because these 2 won't fight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe things change and they end up staying green and fighting. I don't know how that's going to work, but
a ton of money.
Because to be honest, I would prefer to see Bilal against fucking Islam.
Okay.
I think that would be a great fight, but I know Sean Brady will beat both of them. So shout out to Sean Brady.
Sean Brady train. Mm.
So I really don't know. Like I don't know, and to give him a tune-up fight. Well, who do you give him?
And that's why it's kind of questionable. It's out there of like, wait, Armin? why do Armin? We? I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we? That's the question within the community or within even anything UFC. Like, wait, what do we do here? Do we wait till May 10th?
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. Everyone's waiting till May 10th to find out what happens within that title fight, and then if Islam loses. Excuse me, if Bilal loses, then Islam's going to move up and try to fight for 170.
Yeah. I guess we have to wait till May 10th. We got to wait.
Damn, that's a long time.
Nah, it's right around the corner, man. It's right around the corner. These years go by fast, man. Fucking hell.
They do. They do.
Anything else?
Hope everyone enjoyed the Insomnia
that was a good one.
Interview last week. I really enjoyed that myself. Like, I learned a lot. Honestly, like I learned a lot, and like I listened to it and I went through our questions. Like, dude, we actually had some good questions for him. Like, because he rambled. I won't say rambled, but he had a lot to talk about when it came to like some of the stuff we were going through. And I was glad that we did it really well on that one. Also, after this week, the following week there's no fights next weekend, so we have an episode. With his dude.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
J-Rod James, baby. Yep. Shout out to the City Boxing. Shout out Ted and the fellow 10th Planet as well. 10th Planet San Diego. So, hey, make sure you guys tune in. Can't wait for my boy James to share his story with you guys. It's a very, very, very good one.
It's a 2-hour long show. It's our longest show that we've ever done.
Yeah. And it was good. A lot of good nuggets in there, guys. Yeah. So make sure when we drop it, please tune in. Make sure if you have any questions, follow, please subscribe. And when we put out these episodes, guys, we put their information out there as well. So make sure you guys, like and follow them too. Show them some love, give them some love. And we look forward to having many more people on the show.
I talked to a bunch of guys at 10th Planet Poway, such as Andy. Andy wants to come on. I want to get Ryan on. Ryan's a huge UFC guy, so that'd be a good one if we can get him on to talk about himself and be able to have one of our episodes like this. And the other one's Eli. I want to get Eli on here.
Nice.
So those 3. If there's anybody else within it that feels they have a good story or they want to talk about something, John came to us and was like, hey guys, can we do an Insomnia? And I was like, of course, bro. Come on, please. We're more than welcome to have everyone. So absolutely. I'm looking forward to that later on this year. We'll have like a little 10th Planet Poway, like little section with everybody doing their own stuff. It'd be fun.
That'd be dope. That would be dope.
Other than that, we're good.
Other than that, guys, we are going to clock out. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune in. UFC 314 taking place this weekend. Miami Beach, baby. The MMA game is out.
See you in Miami.